Here we go. Okay. And say welcome back to New Realities. This is interview today is part of a series of ongoing interviews I've been doing for the upcoming Barcelona UFO Congress happening September 9th to the 11th in Barcelona. I'll put a link to the chat, but today I have Kate. How do you say your last name?
THORVALDSEN. You're making me saying it here myself.
THORVALDSEN, which is Norwegian, and she is a long-time experiencer, and she's going to be one of the featured speakers in Barcelona. Let me just show that picture from Barcelona here. There. Do you see that on your screen?
Yes.
We're going to talk about the story of the hybrids, and you're trained as an astrophysicist and cosmologist?
No, I'm not. Not trained.
Oh, but you are interested in that.
Well, kind of, yes. I'm making a book of it.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's get into some of your experiences, but also how we can understand the phenomena. Well, let me just, before we do that, let me just show the homepage for the conference. Here it is. You see that on your homepage?
Yes, I do.
From the Hotel Catalonia, Barcelona. And we have a press conference with Chris Mellon on the Friday. And we have a lot of great speakers. Linda Moulton Howe. Do you know Klaus Svahan? No, Swedish?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right. There's Erling Strand, who's great. How do you say the name of the place he's studying in Norway?
Hisdalen.
Hisdalen, yeah. For 30 or 40 years, there's lights coming out of the sky. And Jaime Musan.
Yeah, I met him a few times.
Yeah, he's probably the most well-known ufologist, well, at least in Latin America. And also my friend Linda Moulton Howe will be there. Anyway, it's going to be a great conference. Do you know this woman, E. Light? Do you know who she is?
No, I don't.
Okay. Anton Parks, of course, is a very well-known contactee. So there'll be lots of great people there. That's a horrible picture of me. I don't know why I'm in there. And anyway, there's going to be some really fantastic people. So I'm so happy you're here because I've been wanting to talk to you for a long time, but just about your experience. You know, Norway is one of the oldest places in the world for UFO sightings. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Yes. I mean, there's records that go back to the 1500s where people talking about things in the sky. So that whole area, Norway, Sweden, a little bit of Denmark, but I think particularly Norway is a very well-known place. So tell me, what was your earliest experiences of contact?
That one is actually quite a cute story. I guess most people will not say close encounters are cute, but this one actually is. I remember it actually very well too. That's the thing. I was around 3 years old, and it was very close up to Christmas time. And I remember my mother, she was taking me to the bedroom and took me to the crib, and she wanted me to go to sleep, of course. But I remember I wasn't tired. So I remember I was standing in the crib holding the railway there, and I was looking out the two big black, we had two big windows that was going out from that bedroom. And we were also on the second floor, so there was no light from cars or anything like that that could hit the window or anything like that. So I was standing there for a little time, and then suddenly the wall on my left side became blurry, and out from that wall there came this little creature. Or I say little, but because now it's little for me now, but back in those days he was a little bit taller than me. So he was gliding up in front of the crib, and of course I was 2 years old, so I was starting to blah blah blah, talking to this creature, but he was not really answering me. And after a little while I actually understood that we were communicating telepathic way instead. So he didn't say anything, he didn't speak or anything. And he was there just standing there looking at me, and he was giving me the feeling that he was there to see if I was okay.
Do you think there was some sort of upgrade in vibration? When I had some early visitation, I felt there was a shift somehow, you know, in my field. Did you?
I don't know. I don't think so. He was just giving me the feeling that that he was there to see if I was okay. And after a little while, then he disappeared the same way he came. And in the next moment, I saw this one together with one more inside of a craft, and they were hanging outside my window before they took off. And of course, in my little head, I was thinking, yay, Santa Claus. So a week later, the Christmas was coming, and my mother, she took me on her arm, brought me into the living room because I was going to meet Santa.
And you thought it was going to be that little creature, right?
That was not a little creature, because that was a man in a red suit, plastic face, and a false beard, and I was screaming my head off. I was terrified and I was angry because that was not my Santa, because my Santa did not look like that.
That is funny. So why do you think they were coming to check on you? What is your connection to these beings? How do you feel like, and you're a messenger? Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people are just always talking about the bloodlines. My bloodline is not following, is it RO? What
RH negative, RH negative?
Yeah, I don't have that. But in my family, having the view of UFO has always been following my mother's side. So my grandfather and aunts and several people have seen them, but never been talking about close encounters.
What year? How long ago was that? Your aunts and your what years were they? In the 40s, 50s? Like they?
If they were in the 40s, 50s, or if
no, what years would they see these encounters? I'm just trying to.
I don't know. My mother just told me that my grandfather and the aunties have seen it outside. They've been seeing this cigar-shaped thing hanging over the Drammen town where we were living.
Was that the central? Is that the central part of the city or more towards the coast?
No, that is more on the inside country.
Oh, so do you think that they're following people generation to generation to shift the? Why do you think? Why are they doing this? Do you think?
I don't know. I don't know why they're following the families, but I also, but I do know that they're also following you from life to life. So it's not necessarily only following you from generation to the generation.
Do you remember any of the past lives that you were connected to ETs at all?
Yeah, I do.
Can you share a little bit?
It's not much that I remember. It's more like that I remember it was like I was one of them. I had this, how to say it in English? The thing is that there were no, I was one of the leaders, but it went more on respect kind of thing. It was nothing that then you have all the workers and then you have the high leader. It was nothing like that. We were more equal, but it was on respect kind of thing. That was the thing between us. But I remember some part of the ship.
What do you remember about the ship?
It's like when you are standing on the floor and you can change the how to say it, the fabric of the craft. So you can actually see through the floor. So the floor become kind of transparent.
You know, it's great that you say that, because I do remember in a past life or after the last lifetime going and meeting ETs and being sort of sent here on a mission. Do you feel like you are on a mission in the ET ambassador field?
Well, in one way, yes. Because in this world, it's always so taboo to talk about the subject. There's always, it's okay for people to see a dot in the sky or some craft in the distance. That's okay. But if you say that you have met them, then most people are falling off immediately and saying that you're nuts.
Right. But don't you think it's changing in the last maybe 5 years? Is it getting in this country? It is. But what about in your country?
We do have a lot of the American and the English programs, Asian Aliens and all of this that is going on here in Norway too. So hopefully after some time it will open up, and probably there are more people that are open up, but they wouldn't dare to say it. So well, I think by going out there and do say that these things exist, and then, well, someone has to do the job.
Well, that's what our job is.
Yeah.
That's what our job is. Actually, maybe you like my book because it's a collection of writings by some of the best people in the UFO field. I'll send you a PDF of it, okay?
Yeah.
And
you.
so what you're going to be speaking about hybrids and that what do you feel hybrids are? Because there's a whole controversy now that the hybridization program is being forced on people, and some people don't want to be genetically taken and manipulated. What do you think is going on with the hybrids?
I can just talk for myself, not for everyone else that do have the different kind of experience.
Right.
I think that if you do have experiences of things, you need to open up to look at the bigger picture. For me, when I'm looking at the bigger picture, I'm looking at past lives, what has been happening this life, and all my different kind of experience over the years and through the lifetime. And of course also the abilities and the things that you can do that normally you can't do, or you're not supposed to do. But that's why I'm coming back to the astrophysics and the cosmology book that I'm working on. I'm saying working on, but the thing is that I'm not working on it like normal scientists or other people that are interested in the topic. I'm getting downloads, and the downloads are in that kind of type is that when you first get a download of it, it will stick with you forever. So you don't need to try to remember it or anything like that. It will stick. So this book I've been working with this book for 10, 15, perhaps 20 years. The thing is that you have to understand different kind of topics first. And because when you understand the topic, then you can, the thing is that you need to get the right question. Because if you don't have the right question,
right,
then you can't get any of the downloads.
So can you share some of your science physics downloads? Because that's the really interesting part. I'd love to hear what you're downloading.
I can just tell the bigger picture of it, because I can't starting to explain in details because there's so much new stuff. So for those people that want to read my book, they have to begin with the beginning, because if they find that another chapter more interesting in the further inside the book, they will not be able to put it into the right context to get the bigger picture. I can actually show you here. It's hanging on my wall.
Show us. No, go ahead. Go. You can show us. Yeah. Okay. Oh, is this from your book?
That is the first drawing I made.
I'm losing your sound a little bit, but what are we looking at there? What was that?
It was actually a nice experience. I was in my basement, my mother's house, and I was working on a wedding dress. Not for myself, but I was making wedding dresses for others. And I had a deadline. So trust me, this topic was the last thing I was thinking about. So I was standing there working, and then suddenly there's starting to come these numbers in my head. And I was thinking, okay, what's that? Didn't tell me anything. And then it repeated itself a few times. And then I didn't see the room that I was in anymore. I was seeing this vision thing I was getting instead. And first I saw this one line with pearls, and then another one, and it was building up and building up. And at the end, it was actually looking like what is that crop circle called? That
the one with all the spirals, you mean?
Yeah, that you have a circle and they have the spirals that comes out that goes around. Don't remember the name of it.
I think it was called the triple Julia set, maybe, or something like that. It was a fractal pattern. Yeah, go ahead. You can show us. Yeah.
If it goes this far.
That's good. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I see.
That one.
Oh, yeah. That's the big one. Yeah, you got that image in your head?
Yeah. And then I was, this picture here is just a slice of, yeah.
Right, hold your camera up a little bit. I didn't catch that last one. Okay. What is that thing? What is that?
Now the thing is that
Yeah, that's the crop circle. And what was the thing next to it?
Yeah, just a sec. The thing is that in the next moment, after I got this, It was like someone taking your consciousness and just dragging it out from the back of your head. And before I knew it, it was like I was hanging out there in nothingness. And I was
Wait,
looking
come
into
closer
this.
wait, sit down again because I'm missing some of that dialogue.
Yeah.
So you're saying when you saw that, you felt the consciousness being ripped out of the back of your head?
Yeah. And in the next moment, it was like I was hanging out there in nothingness. And I was looking into this giant donut look like thing. It was a very beautiful light and everything around it.
Mhm.
And I just felt, wow, because you were getting me the feeling that this was the total. And in the next moment, then they dragged me in again, but not into my room, but I was dragging into one of the spheres. And inside that sphere, it looks like an atom with the electrons flying around, but it's not. I have other words for it in my book.
Mhm.
And then I was following one of the electrons, or I'm using the electrons because then people immediately will know what I'm talking about.
Right.
And this one become unstable and it explode, and there you have the Big Bang. And then I was following all the process to get before the galaxies were starting to build up and everything. And then at the end, I was recognizing our own galaxy and our own solar system. And then boom, I was back in my body.
Wow.
So
So
that was the beginning of all of it.
were they trying to show you some technology and mapping that you are then what were they trying to do then?
No, they were showing me the build-up, how everything was looking. And everything that has come afterwards is building on this and making me understand this much more. So the last things I've been dealing with, that has been the tiniest of the tiniest.
The micro, the Planck constant area.
Beyond Planck.
Beyond the Planck's constant.
Yeah.
And you're going to put all this together in a book so we
Yeah.
can start to understand the ET technology and cosmology, right?
Yeah.
The way they see the universe. So you're really a communicator, you're downloading their knowledge into you to communicate it to us.
I don't think that I download alien technology. I'm more thinking that this information is actually available for everyone. The thing is that you need to have the right understanding for certain points, and then you have to put out the right question. And when you're putting out the right question, you will always get an answer back.
You know, one thing you said that was interesting, being pulled out by the back of your head. I've had that experience too.
Okay.
And it's really an odd feeling. I didn't like it. I mean, I resisted that because it was just such a I don't know if it really they tried to do that, but I don't know. It was just really numbing. It felt very strange. How'd you?
But the thing is that I don't putting all of my experiences on the ETs. I think that this is a natural thing that we can do it ourselves, that we can move our own consciousness.
Yeah, but you know, I think what they are doing is helping us understand the power of consciousness.
Yeah.
So in Barcelona, I'm really happy you're going to be there. What exactly, you don't tell us the whole lecture, but what exactly will you be talking about?
Now in Barcelona, I will be talking about my last close encounter, and that was a really serious one. And after that one, it involved hypnosis, implants, X-rays. I will also demonstrate magnets.
Uh-huh.
So
Was it
so
a good
so far I have more than 30 symmetrical placed implants in my body.
physical implants?
Yeah.
That aren't X-rays?
I have them on X-rays. Yeah.
Why do you think they're in your, why are they there?
Well, there was this man some years ago. He said it as a joke, but kind of thing, perhaps he has right. He said that the way it was placed, he said that it's like you're like a walking, talking antenna.
Uh-huh. Do you feel that?
Yeah, kind of, because I never had a problem to ask them. There are those who also said that perhaps there is a tracking device and all of that. I said, you know what? They know where they know where I am. They know where to find me. They don't need all these implants spread all over to find me.
But why are they there? Is it for a different reason? I mean, and do you
I
want
don't
to,
know. I don't
you
know why
want to
they are
get,
there.
do you want to get them removed surgically?
No, no,
They don't, you don't mind. Like, which part of your body are they in?
there are. I have two here, two on the different side of my nose here, both sides here, 5 in the front, and all the way down my spine, and also in the front. I
Wow.
haven't bothered to look for more.
And that's all showed up on x-rays, huh?
Not all of them, but a lot of them, yes, because they are really, really tiny. They look like black rice corn, but much tinier.
Huh. That's so strange. I've never heard that many in one person. But you're here for this kind of moment of transformation on the planet. Would you say that?
I think that the humanity needs transformation. Doesn't matter what kind of century they are in.
Right. But what do you think is going to happen? Do you have a timeline for the next couple of years?
About what will be happening in the world, you mean, or for myself?
Yes, world and contact and all that. What will be happening?
I haven't thought so much about it. For me, of course, it would be funny if they were actually showing themselves for real, big time. Because
Yes.
then a lot of people, all those people that are saying that we are not cases, they will be getting a solid eyes opener.
Right.
But what will happen in the world? Well, it's just to look at what people are thinking about. Then you can just follow that.
Do you think it's getting better for us and the world? Do you think, or getting worse?
If you are changing our way of thoughts,
Is it happening though? Do you think it's happening?
not right now. Not right now. Not
Don't you
not in a good way, sadly. But I do hope that we will change. Yes.
don't you think the last 2 years have brought us together as a planet because of everything that we went through?
Oh, I think it's opposite.
You think it's worse?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think it could be better. Anyway, I think Barcelona is going to be good. Who are you looking for forward to seeing in Barcelona? Which people do you like there?
I'm open for new faces.
All right. All
So
right.
I saw there some of them are new faces. So yeah, I'm looking forward to meet them.
And Chris Mellon, who was inside the government, I wonder if he's really going to say anything. Do you know what he's been up to? Have you been
No,
following
no.
the disclosure movement in the US at all? Because it seems to be there's some congressional bills coming out that say there's been health problems with UFO sightings. So it's coming out more and more in Congress. But they call it anomalous. They will not say the ET word. They'll say anomalous.
No,
But
I think there's a lot of things going on in the conferences and disclosures and all of this that over in the US, but it's not happening that much over here. Here it's more quiet.
Well, that's why. But it's quiet, but it is a worldwide phenomenon. It's happening in every place. It's happening all over South America. I just talked to a Chinese ufologist. It's all over China. Of course, it's suppressed there much worse than anywhere else because they don't want people talking about that. But I'm excited because I think there's more sightings than ever. More people are having personal experiences in dreams and visions. So things are changing in a really good way, I feel, for the planet. I am hopeful that something different will happen in the next maybe 10 years, that we will get some real live disclosure.
Yeah, let's cross our fingers.
Thank you. And do you have any other books out? You have a book out right now, don't you?
Yeah, I have this one, and that's a hybrid story, and it's about all my close encounters, but it's also about my other. It's about experiences with past lives and other spiritual stuff there too. So it's a mix up from in my entire life.
Are these past life regressions or things that just came to you as a past life?
No, it came to me.
So you didn't go hypnotized about it or anything like
that? No, I don't need to. I'm
yeah.
describing one of my lives in here, and it's from Mongolia. And in 2017, I was actually that lucky that I actually could go to Mongolia,
And what did you feel when you went there?
that I came home.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
So
Wow.
it was so nice. And there were so many things. I got the answer to the things that I have been feeling all over my life. And I remember when we were driving out there from Ulaanbaatar and out into the desert area, or the landscape, and the others, they were looking at tablets and reading and everything, and my face was glued to the window, and I couldn't get enough of the nature and the big sky, and I hear this word in my head, Tengri, and I asked the woman that is the translator that you must have a word for big sky. I told her that in my head I had Tengri, and she's looking at me with big eyes, and she said, "Yeah, that's it."
Ah,
And
so
a lot
that
of things, yeah, and a lot of things I was talking with her about. She said that, well, my grandmother, she was teaching me the things that you were talking about.
What's the connection between the ET visits and experiences and the past life? Is there a connection?
Yeah, I think there can be a connection, and perhaps not with the Mongolian life. But I think that since I've been one of them in the previous life, that's why I also have perhaps the easier connection.
Maybe it's all about consciousness. Maybe the fact that, the human life is also, in a way, no different than ET lives, because it's all taking place on a soul spiritual level that has to do with, so we shouldn't even make a distinction, right, between ET lives and human lives, because it's all us.
Yeah. No, it's like when someone is asking me if they're saying that all aliens, oh, they're just bad, oh, or they're just good, and I'm trying to tell them that nope, it's the same thing with aliens as there are with us. We are good and we are bad. We are everything.
I say most people are good. Like, I think probably most aliens are good, but there's still some ones you don't want to hang out with. So
Yeah, that's the same with humans. You don't want to be around all of us either.
right, but most people are pretty good if you meet them. They're nice, they'll help you out, you ask direction, you need help. So I think it's probably the same, as above, so below, as they say.
Yeah.
Well, Kate, thanks so much for joining me today. And don't forget to join me and Kate. Where's that? Let me just pull that up, in Barcelona for a really exciting, let me just pull up that screen, really exciting 2 days. Let me do it. Let me just
if there are someone who wants to know more about me and my stuff, they can go to my homepage.
Oh, what is your homepage?
That's www.katethorvaldsen.com.
Gate. Okay, let me just show them this here. That's the UFO conference, Hotel Catalonia, Barcelona, which is a beautiful place and a beautiful time of year to be there. And then some of the speakers are, here, I'll go to your speaking spot here so people can see that. Wait, where is that? And here, there you are.
Yeah, I thought I'm speaking on Saturday.
Okay, and this is your
midday
biography.
something.
And is your website here? Are these your books? Oh, you have
Yes.
You have 2 books.
Yeah.
What's the second book? Nessa over Van.
That is Nose Above Water. It's it's for people that are around people who are very depressed. So this book is a lot of good tips of what you can do before a depression or under depression or trying to get out of them.
Oh, so you help people. Is that some of the thing you do there?
Yes, I do.
All right, I'm going to post your website also in the chat there. And yeah, put it in the YouTube chat. So yeah, looking forward to seeing you there in Barcelona. I'll just put this in the chat now. Thank you everyone online for watching. This is Kate's website here in this chat, and I'll put that in the description. And yeah, thanks so much. Any final words you want to tell people? about your work?
It must be that they must come and have a look. Here are speakers.
Yeah, and stay open. Even lots of people are having experiences now, so stay open to new possibilities.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
So
Thanks.
meet us all in Spain, in Barcelona.
Definitely. September 9th to the 11th, look up UFO